How about a huge round of applause for Nagin? What's up, Rutgers University? I'm going to do a little check of the audience. Takbir! One more time. Takbir! Okay, FBI, CIA, you can take them. I just confessed, and we're done with these people. Okay. For those of you who do not know me, I am not wasted, okay? But the doctor who delivered me was. So as a result, I am now a 33-year-old Palestinian Muslim virgin with cerebral palsy from New Jersey. And if you don't feel better about yourself, maybe you fucking should. That's cool, it's okay. First of all, I want you guys to know I'm not an oppressed Muslim woman. Definitely not, as you can tell. I am a virgin by choice, and that is my father's choice. And he has a gun, so it's the right. And it's by round of applause. Is anyone here? Because I know you guys are college students. But is anyone here? Anyone engaged or married? Anyone? Listen to me now. You need to get married while you're in college, because once you leave, you've got no shot. Especially if you are Arab. I know, you think, oh my gosh, it's different. People get married 30, people get married 40. No, have you seen? Once you graduate college, in our culture, you're 67, it's done. Your only choice is a divorced guy with 6 small kids and a wife. She just can't have more. But yeah, I was gonna go to Rutgers University, and I swear to God, it's my biggest regret that I didn't go here. I went to Arizona State University. And for those of you who don't know anything about Arizona State, it's the whitest, drunkest, date rapiest school in the nation. The year that I graduated, this is completely true, and you can go and Google it. Arizona State was put in the Guinness Book of World Records. Do you want to know for what? And this is not a joke. Google ASU herpes. That I graduated. One strain of herpes infected the most number of people on a college campus in the history of America. So they traced it back to like one person. It was one strain, and they got in the Guinness Book for it. The most STD-ridden group of people in the world. Why did I choose ASU over Rutgers? It was really simple. When I went to college, they used to pay people to go to school. It wasn't just scholarships, like athletes got cars and disabled Muslim women got money. So Arizona State University, I picture them looking at my application and being like, female, good. We need women. This is good. Muslim, okay. We don't like them, but we need them. Might as well have a woman. She's, I was like, and then they looked at the magic words and they were like, oh my God, she's disabled. Please, God, just let her be gay. I hit every single quota. They had no choice. And I remember when the lady from the scholarship office called me up, and again, this is Arizona. This is John McCain and Barry Goldwater's state, okay? The woman from the office at ASU called me up, and she was like, Ms. Zayid, we would love to invite you to become a sun devil, because that was the symbol of my school, devil. Because not only was I leaving Jersey, but there was a devil. And so she's like, Ms. Zayid, we would love for you to come to our university. Here in the Ethnic Diversity Office, we always prayed that we would find a black lesbian in a wheelchair. And then we found you. It's great. You may ask yourself why my father let me go away to school, because Arab dads do not let their daughters go out after 4 p.m. Dad, there's after school, you come home. That's what's after school. So, the reason that my dad let me go to ASU was because my cousin Amjad lived there, and he was like, oh yeah, you go marry Amjad, go. little later. Okay. That means nothing, don't ask. No, I'm Palestinian, and since I was like 5 years old, my father sent me back to Palestine every single summer. Every summer, regardless of the political climate. He was like, full on war, possibility of nuclear warheads coming towards you, you're still going. And why did my father send me back to Palestine every single year? Because he was convinced that if we didn't go to Palestine every year, we'd grow up to be Britney Spears. This is also my father. My father, I love my father, Maysoon Zayid, this Maladi. I love him, he's the best. And he raised me right. Because like, when I was a little kid, people ask me like, oh, you know, is it hard growing up with strict parents? I'm like, no, I'm really happy I never had to get an abortion, yay. And I didn't get that herpes strain. Win-win, right, win-win. But the way that my dad really like, got me to understand was, I think, the way every parent should do it. He wasn't just like, don't do it, I'll kill you. He said that. But on top of that, he also used to take me and my sisters on little field trips. He used to pile us into his red Volvo station wagon and take us to 42nd Street in Manhattan. When 42nd Street wasn't Disney, it was like Atlantic City, 5 a.m. Thursday morning, full of hookers. And my dad would literally roll up in his Volvo next to like a tranny hooker doing heroin, and he'd be, you see, Daddy? You see? This is what's gonna happen if you say hi to the boy.
That's awesome.
So we would go to Palestine every year, and when I was a little kid, I loved Palestine. I loved it, you know, because I didn't realize how oppressed we were. And hey, we're not, no one has to go out all day, yay. But the reason that I loved it was because, like, disabled people in the Middle East, we're not really popular. We're kind of like farm animals, right? People don't know what to do with us. So, because I was the same person that talked, everyone in my village, like, let me get away with murder. I used to go into, like, the little village candy store, and I would steal stuff. I would just steal everything and pretend I was retarded. I was getting yelled at as Down syndrome kids stealing flashers, you know. So, I would steal them, and I'd go and I would sell them in the holla. But, so I used to like it. But then when I grew up, I like stopped liking it immediately, because when you go to Palestine in the summer, it's really weird. Most Palestinians are refugees and got kicked out, but somehow they find a way to go back in the summer so that they can get married. Like Palestinians, anyone dating a Palestinian man on campus? Anyone? If you're, yeah, you are? Yeah, you're like, I believe Habibi. But if you are a white girl dating a Palestinian man, he will leave you. So please, just save yourself the whole, it's not because of the green card, it is. And if he doesn't leave you, his mother's gonna poison you after you have his first child. Take that child and raise it somewhere else. So run, okay? Run. You have a better shot with the Iranians. Because they're Caucasian, we're Arab, I put it on the census. So in the summertime, there's all these weddings, right? And like when I was young, when I was like 20, 21, 22, I would go to these weddings, and my aunts would be like all excited. I'd get all dressed up, and my aunts would be like, Habibti, you're next. Balit, Habibti, you're next. And then when I turned 25 and started going to weddings with them, my aunt just looked at me and went, it's okay. Your sister's kids, they're gonna take care of you. It's okay. Now I turned 27, my aunt looked at me and she's like, hey, halas, it doesn't matter, marry an American. Just make sure he converts, okay?